Hey guys, it's Michelle with Spearmint and Jade. I have another ritual craft fair video for you. Today I'm going to show you scarves. I guess I will start with knitted scarves. I don't have a whole lot of knitted scarves. Scarves take forever to knit, that's what it comes down to. But I do have a few. They're all just $20. This one is a variegated, I believe it's like bamboo. It's like a ribbony yarn. Try to make them long enough that you can get many wraps if you want. So this one isn't going to keep you really warm, but it's going to keep the chill off you. It's really smooth. It's not going to make you itch or anything. And then I have a similar, this is like a loose knit stitch of this is a cotton. You'll see here and there it has splotches of color. It's on the skinnier side. Again, it's really long, like here, this is it, in half. Again, more of a fashion scarf or a warmer weather scarf, not a cold weather scarf. And then I have this one. This is super skinny and super long. And this is, I think it's just acrylic. Might have a little bit of wool blended into it. It's really, really long because it's so skinny. Now this one will definitely, see, look, I wrapped it. It's in half, wrapped around twice. It's very long. It's knit in the opposite direction as most scarves are knit, which is kind of fun. This one will definitely, keep you a little on the warmer side. It's not like a big, heavy scarf, though. I do have two shrugs that can kind of double as scarves. So this one is like a tannish brown, and you'll see better in the photos. It opens like this, so you can like put it on. It has a sleeve. Let's see if I can get my arm all the way in it. It has a sleeve. It's about a 3/4 length. This one is kind of like a little bellish open. Or you could wrap it around like a scarf. If you want to use this as a shrug, this is definitely like an extra small. Like I knit this with my daughter in mind when she was 13. So this is definitely, it's great for a scarf. If you use it as a scarf, it's double layer. It's still not going to be super warm scarf. It's still more of like a fashion type item. But if you want to use it as a shrug, you want to be pretty tiny. Like I can fit into it. I'm usually like a lady small. But to fit into it very comfortably, you'd want to be extra small or like a small to medium teen size. If you live local, you can always come by and try it on. And I have a similar one. This one's a shiny teal. And this sleeve also kind of bells open, but has like a straighter edge where that one kind of tapered. Again, you can use it as a scarf. And it also opens as a shrug. Again, extra small to extra small. Shrugs aren't supposed to be very wide, but it's definitely on the smaller side. So all those pieces, any of those pieces are $20. And so then I will move on to my silk scarves, because for a little while I was really into Nuna felting and silk tying because it's fun. So I have small silk scarves. They're about 10 inches by 48 inches. These they're $15, and I'll have to post some photos. Let's see, this size, all of these are what they call like the crepe silk, the kind of It's not rough, but it's not the super smooth, shiny silk. You can see that 48 inches is pretty long. I can easily wrap it around once and have plenty of length. If I wanted it short, I could wrap it around twice. So we got a rainbow, we got orange and yellow. I really like this one. This is a teal and purple. And we've got a red. This is kind of a batik-y look. This is a neat kind of ombre. Red purple meeting in the middle. And this is shades of purple. Again, these are $15. They're all hand-dyed, 100% silk by me. I didn't make the silk, I did the dyeing. And then I also made some larger ones. So these are 12 inches by 60 inches. You can see they're wider. Definitely have more length. It definitely could go around twice if I don't mind it being on the shorter side. And so for this style, I have some of the crepey silk and a few of the really smooth silk. And here, I'm going to hold them up together so you can see what I mean about the difference. See, this is more sheer, the crepey one. The shiny one is less transparent. So I guess, see, I'll show you the shiny ones first. So I have this kind of purple ombre, and this is a neat teal with pink. So this size, these are 25. And we have purple and blue, which what I really like about this one is, see how it starts with like lots of variation, and then the patches kind of get bigger and bigger until then at the end you just have like big chunks of blue and purple. So that's, I thought that was really cool. You can kind of, pretty much if you're dyeing silk, you just got to have fun with it, because even if you try to set up a certain pattern, you don't always get it. But that's okay. So now these are the crepe ones. This is like a pinkish. This is a rainbow. We got a dark grayish teal. Blend of pinks and purples. Here's a blend of purple and blue. Almost looks kind of like flames there where the colors mix. Alright, so that's all the silks. So what got me into the silks was the Nuna felting, and I will explain that. So this is an example of Nuna felt. And what this is this is the crepey silk. And this is wool, loose wool roving in different colors and different textures. This is what it looks like on the back. So I don't sew it on. I don't glue it on. I use a little bit of, guess it's not actually chemistry. So what happens is wool has like all these little like hooks on it essentially, and it really likes to grab itself, kind of like Velcro. And so if you put it on this type of silk that also, like I said, it's not rough, but it's textured, and then I get it wet and then I agitate it. And what happens is then those wool fibers grab onto the silk fibers until they make one solid piece. So that is pretty darn cool. So this is one of my absolute favorite pieces. So the large Nuna felts are just $45. And I will say this though, if you are allergic to wool, then you don't want to wear a Nuna felt piece because you will feel the fibers. So you'll be able to see these a lot better in the photos. But the large ones are all made on the large scarves. So here it is. And then a lot of them I included a little like handmade brooch, which is usually hand crocheted flower on a safety pin. But what's cute about that is that, so if you really want to show off the scarf, but you don't want it flopping open, you just pin the brooch. Oops, I went the wrong way. Just pin the brooch so you can have like all this scarf being shown off without having to, twist it up and hide the neat textures. So this is the red larger one, and then I have pink and green one. It's a similar style, kind of tracks. I really like this style because it keeps the scarf wide, and then you just have like so much texture because you have the 3 different strips. They never felt exactly the same, so you can see like here, this one, like some of the edge got into it, and then like right down here the edge is wider, and it just makes for really, really neat, unique texture and look. So this is the pink and green and gold. Also has a brooch with it. The first kind that I learned to make, you actually took that same size scarf, but instead of doing the tracks that I did, you do, so this is how I was taught. You do a wider piece, or wider piece of felt, but the actual scarf itself ends up being narrower. And though the one thing is that when I do this, I can get a little more length out of it because I can stretch the silk out. So this one ended up, even though it started out at 60, it got narrower. It's only about 7 inches, maybe 7 inches wide, but I probably got an extra 6 to 8 inches out of it, so it's probably about 68 inches. So this one is just, I mean, you just have to see it in person. It's just gorgeous. There's just no good description for it. All right, so those are the 3 large that I have right now. Those are 45. And so I did try some on the smaller scarves. These are 30. And it works better on the larger scarf, but it really kind of depends on what you want. So this is kind of like a medium. It's like longer than the shorter scarves, but not the shortest. I'll show you the shortest one then. So this is green and blue and purple and orange, also very pretty. Also, so like when it's fully stretched out, it's about 48 inches, and then the width is probably about 10. And then this one is neat. I tried to do 5 tracks. So this was on the longer piece, but I consider this one of the shorter ones just because it just didn't come out as long as I'd like for that long price. So this is a pinkish purple with black and gold. And I do believe, and I don't see them right this minute, but there should be brooches to go with these. I probably unpinned them so they wouldn't catch on the scarf. And this is the the smallest one. Still not tiny. It's a rainbow with some gold sparkles. So you still have, you know, some length there, but this one definitely has, again, the brooch. So you can just pin it shut. And yeah, so these are 30. So I'll have them up in the albums. If you have someone in your life as a scarf wearer, you got to get them a Nuna felt. Like, no two are ever the same. They will just be utterly like, oh my god, what is this? It seems like magic. But it's science. Alright guys, have a great day.